Alright boys, today we got Bud's Creek 2023, and we're going to be doing this a little differently. Normally I either do like a track review and a race review, or just one, but I think I decided to just combine them for this week and, do it all together just because it might actually like fit together. It might be just a little more organized to do it this way, and it adds more content, so... But anyway, like normal, Bud's Creek is a pretty difficult track. It's also a pretty fun track in certain parts. It's mainly like that back area, like off the first part of the track, that's pretty difficult. But you get onto this part of the section, you got big-ass jumps, hit big-ass whips, stuff like that. But you also got the technical side of things, sections like this. But still fun jumps if you can keep your momentum. And this triple's pretty fun right here, but you gotta hit that correctly. This feels like you gotta pay a lot more attention to your line choice and like be more, detailed with how you're hitting each jump and each turn compared to the 2022 version. And this big line, I might case it though, yeah. But yeah, very versatile track as well. Probably, I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I don't even think it's my top 3. I think this is the only track, though, however, that I prefer the 2022 version over it. And I don't even really like the 22 version that much. It's just the fact that this track is difficult, and it's also weird, and I just kind of like a track that like has the same vibe all the way around. This track is it just confuses me, and I'm just not good at it. And as much as I didn't like this track, or, don't like this track, it did deliver for some pretty good racing and like a unique overall, weekend of racing, especially in 250 Moto 1. If you watched, you know what I'm talking about, the red flag, halfway through the race, yeah, all the way halfway through the race, 15 minutes, a rider, I forgot who it was, got red flagged, and the race had to be restarted. But instead of either, doing the normal supercross type rules, they did a 15, halfway through the race, instead of staggering it, they lined them up back in the gate and only ran 15 minutes on the clock. Just a weird decision, and it ended up really affecting the results of the race from, the original start. In the first start, Hayden Deegan was up by like 7 seconds, and he was so fast. He was flying. He was by far the fastest guy on the track, and he most likely would have won that moto. I'm not like a Deegan fanboy, but you just have to admit he was flying. I know we were only, halfway through, but still, he was up 7 seconds. I think it was safe to say he probably would have won. But in the restart, Hayden does end up going down, and he's in last place. It was his fault that he crashed. He kind of like didn't get on the brakes at all and almost T-boned Vial. I mean, he did T-bone Vial, but Vial, he stayed up somehow. I don't know how he stayed up, honestly. It was pretty crazy. It was a pretty hard T-bone, too. But in Moto 1, it was Justin Cooper who ended up winning. Hunter Lawrence ended up getting second. He started off, I think 7th, 6th, somewhere in there, and ended up, working his way up to second. If he had more time, he probably wouldn't have been able to run him down, but he just didn't, have that much time. And Cooper is a very fast rider as well. And in third place for Moto 1, Jalik Swoll. I don't think we see his name up there too often, but it's still cool to see him up there. Now, in the second moto, Hunter Lawrence ended up winning. Cooper and Shimoda follow up 2-3. Hayden Deegan ended up getting 5th too, a lot better in this moto, but I just think overall he was just not feeling it. And it's probably not, giving it as much effort in that moto. I'd feel pretty bummed if I was him after the last few weekends and everything that's transpired, but Hunter Lawrence definitely going to win this title. I don't know, what he needs to clinch or whatever. But, Cooper isn't too far down. He's like 19 points or something like that. Or that's what they said in the first moto. I don't remember what it is after. I could just look at the points right in front of me, actually. Okay, but I was right. Justin Cooper is down 22 points. The next guy is Joe Shimoda. He is down 26. So safe to say that Hunter Lawrence most likely will win this if he just keeps his consistency up. But I don't know, I guess if he crashes out, we could get a Justin Cooper championship. I just don't think it's very likely. And he doesn't even really have to crash out. It could just be like Justin Cooper wins and Hunter Lawrence has, just bad finishes overall, or, just gets tangled up at the beginning of the race or something. But, you know, I don't really want to wish it on dude, and I do want to see him in the 450 class soon, so I hope he wins and just moves up. And Hayden being 3 points down just a few weekends ago is now almost 70 points down. It's kind of crazy how quickly that flipped on him, but yeah, just very unfortunate stuff for him, but I think we'll see a lot better, consistent for full. Oh shit, I've never gotten that before while I'm recording the video too. But yeah, that's it for the 250s, really. On to the 450s, and you know, what am I gonna say? Jet Lawrence, he's still undefeated, man. He's already the champ and he's still undefeated. Now, I might be combining both motos here when I'm talking about them because they kind of blend together in my memory. But, you know, Jet did have to work, you know, his way up through, you know, in these races. He didn't just get, you know, a clear track, I believe, in the first moto. You know, I think he had to pass guys like Barsha, Ciancerulo, Jason Anderson, Plessinger, guys like that. Chase Sexton did as well. I don't think he did it as consistently in that first moto, but I do know Jet, you know, just worked his way up and took the win. And Jason Anderson ended up taking second. Always cool to see him up there on the podium, especially, you know, in second. You know, if Jet Lawrence wasn't in this class, I feel like we'd see it a lot different, you know, a lot closer, more competitive races. But, you know, we have someone like him who's just next level. You know, Chase did give him a good run in the second race, I believe, but he tucked the front end, you know, classic Chase Sexton, of course, and lost that battle. And Dylan Ferrandis ends up getting third. He's been one of the consistent guys this year as well. Always fun seeing him up at the top. He's very fast. You know, he always makes insane pushes when he wants to. You know, we saw him push Jet on the last lap, but Jet always kind of does that on the last lap where he just kind of gives up a little bit, and they always catch up. It happened again today where Chase was, you know, putting on an insane last lap. The second to last lap, he caught 5 seconds up in one lap. And then Jet still hung on to win, though. You know, he hangs on by just a couple seconds, and you know, it's always intense toward the end. Just keeps you watching. But in terms of the overall, AP got second, and Jason Anderson got third. Chase Sexton on the podium, but it doesn't really matter too much as, you know, that championship is already wrapped up, and I'm getting crazy here. And yeah, we got Iron Man, I believe, next week, so. But that's kind of it for this video. You know, it's kind of hard to really get into these videos because we already have a champ in the 250 class. Points race kind of fizzled out the last few weekends, so it's just been, you know, a bit of a change in tempo from, you know, the epic races that we've been getting to, you know, kind of a more spread out championship. But either way, it's still, you know, fun racing, you know, at its core, so it's been a fun last few weekends. I did do a watch party today, so I think this is the first time I've ever recorded the video after the stream. I don't normally do that. But yeah, I think we got 70 views on that, so decent turnout. But yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys, you know, want to subscribe or some shit. I make these videos every week. You know, something about this, just talking motocross, and talking to MX versus ATV. You know, I think we're getting closer to the, you know, throwback track pack that they're gonna do. So yeah, can't wait for more to see what's gonna come with this game. And yeah, hopefully I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.